started working on the ark. It's really coming together. And I can't wait to tell you all about it. But before we jump into our lesson, why don't you go grab your tools and meet me right back here. Alright guys, now that you've got your tools together, let me give you a little backstory. So remember 2 weeks ago when Noah had that epic dream? Well, it wasn't just a dream. God had a very real plan, and that plan probably looked a little something like this. This detailed plan that Noah woke up to the very next morning. This blueprint of all the items Noah and his family would need to build the ark. Protection and a covering for all of God's creatures. But I don't want to give too much away, so let's get into our script. Alright guys, now it's time to jump into our story, and I've got my friend Sophia here, she's going to help me read. Sophia, can you read for Noah's wife and Noah?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Alright guys, let's get started. At the break of day, when the sun rose, Noah awoke, wondering if his talk with God was simply a dream. Then Noah's wife shouted,
Noah, come see! Noah, come!
What is it?
God has sent you a plan.
God had left a plan for Noah, a plan to protect God's animals and the people who remembered God.
Shem, Ham, Japheth, bring your tools. Family, gather the animals of the world 2 by 2. We have work to do.
Whoa. They've got work to do, guys. Thanks so much, Sophia. Whoa, guys, our story is getting so real. Noah is given such detailed directions to build this ark. Now, an ark is just a type of floating box, or another name for a really big boat. And the directions that God gives him are called blueprints. And blueprints are just really specific measurements to make something. And architects use blueprints all the time to build apartments and water parks and all sorts of things. And I live in New York City, and there are apartments everywhere, which means there must be a ton of blueprints for all of these apartments too. Now remember last week when we talked about the giants, and they said that there must be a way to fit 10 of them inside of the ark? That means the ark must have been huge, and it was, because God wanted to fit not only Noah, but all the animals in creation. And the reason why was so that he could cover them and protect them. Do you guys remember another time that God covered his people to protect them? That's right, Adam and Eve in creation, when they were in the Garden of Eden. And when they left the garden, God covered them to protect them. Guys, really good stuff here. Are you starting to see the connections? Well, now that we've gotten through our field notes, let's get ready to share. All right, guys, now I've got a couple of questions for you. My first question is this. Would you rather build the ark or gather the animals? Would you rather build the ark or gather the animals? I think I would rather gather the animals. And you know, our story takes place in Turkey, and those camels would have been there for sure. So they probably would have been the easiest ones to grab first. And they'd probably be super helpful with building the ark too. They're pretty strong. So guys, would you rather build the ark or gather the animals? Share your thoughts. My second question is this. Which animals would you gather first? Which ones would you get first? I think I would try to get the sea otters first. They're so cute, and when they sleep, they hold hands so they don't float away from each other. And it's just really sweet. So it'd be really easy to grab just an armful of sea otters because they're all together anyway. So which animals would you grab first? All right, guys, let's jump into our activity. All right, guys, now I want you to close your eyes really tight and imagine you are building your very own ark for you and your family and your friends. What would be on your ark? Would you have an indoor pool? Would you have a slide? I know I would have a movie theater with a giant popcorn machine and all the candy you can imagine. I want you to use everything in your toolbox and of course your imagination and create your very own ark filled with all the fun things you would want inside. Don't forget the little portholes for your snacks. Have fun, guys. All right, guys, now that we're done with our activity, let's say a little prayer. Dear Jesus, thank you for covering us, and thank you for drawing us into your plan. In your name I pray, amen. Well, guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you right back here next week. Bye, guys.